My dad teases me that I'm gonna just keep getting bikes. He might be right. Hey Matt, what you doing?
I'm cleaning.
You're cleaning? You clean the table?
Yes, and the kitchen paper.
Good job. I was thinking of shooting a video today. You want to help or?
You are shooting a video right now.
That's right. I was thinking of showing off all of my bikes and talking a little bit about the bikes. Are you not interested? Here's the first bike. So this is the first bike I've ever owned. Well, the first bike I bought for myself. It is the Jamis Beatnik. I like to use it as a commuter bike, especially when there's a lot of dogs. I like to use it as a commuter bike, especially when I wasn't able to get in a exercise ride in and I just want to sneak in a little bit of exercise. I like using this bike in particular because it's a no frills bike. I haven't really maintained it at all in the past year or so, and it still runs and it's totally fine. Good bike. It is a fixed gear bike, runs 28mm tires, high tensile steel, so it's a bit heavy. Little things that I did was made this a quick release. So sometimes I'd meet up with my wife and after a commute and then I can just put this in the car really easily. I usually don't even carry any tools on it. I just overpump the tires. It's a no frills fixed gear bike that has worked for me very well in the past, and this used to be my main bike before I got all the other bikes that I'm going to show you. Okay, I'll show you more bikes. This next bike is the bike that many of you know and love. If you are an old subscriber of the vlog, you've seen this bike a lot. This is my Surly Midnight Special, currently set up with the Fox Gravel Fork, GRX, Brooks saddle, these fenders that I really love, especially now where the weather has not been that great and the roads tend to be quite wet. So this is the bike that I've used for most of my riding, and the current setup with the Fox Gravel Fork is the reason why I decided to buy like a proper race bike. So this will be for my like off-road shenanigans, chill riding, zone 2 type stuff. I have the option to put 700 by 40. I think it goes as high as 42mm tires. So it's a really good off-road option, and if I really wanted to, it's a pretty comfortable Audax bike. But I think if I wanted to do like a fast Audax, I might end up bringing my next bike. So this one, Surly Midnight Special, gravel bike. I love this bike to pieces. Pretty heavy though. Is the Canyon Inflite Cyclocross bike. This is my current almost go anywhere bike, like an all-road bike / go fast bike. So compared to my Surly Midnight Special, this thing weighs about 4 kilos less, about 8 point something kilos. So I don't know, it's not the lightest bike obviously, but it's plenty light for me. So it's been a lot of fun trying to go fast on this bike. One of the quirks though about this bike, since it's a cyclocross bike, is the 4636 crank with 1132 cassette. It's been a bit difficult climbing up the really steep hills of Cebu. So when I want to do like a chill zone 2 ride, I'll usually take the Midnight Special. When I want to do a fun fast ride, I'll bring this little baby. I mean, I have to admit, like, it is a lot of fun riding a fast light bike. I didn't want to get a pure road bike because I've tried using pure road bike tires like 28mm, even up to 30mm, and I noticed that for me, a lot of the roads that I really enjoy going, I decided not to go because they just weren't that comfortable on super slick road tires, and I really like my off-road stuff, man. So I still bring this bike to a lot of off-road riding. It's actually pretty dirty right now. And then last but not the least, I still have this behemoth over here. Okay, this is kind of difficult to hold and talk to the camera. Ugh. This is a Super 73 OEM e-bike. It's a China brand, not the original Super 73 brand. I made a whole video about this a few weeks ago, and I really enjoy riding this bike, this e-bike, although it is a lot more motorcycle than bicycle, if you know what I mean. Like, I never use the pedals. The pedals are so uncomfortable to actually pedal because I'm a bit tall for the bike, so I just use the throttle all the time. But it's a great little e-bike that I use pretty much every day to pick up my kids. It looks cool too. A lot of the motorcycle riders here in Cebu will talk to me for, because they're curious about the bike. Here, take a look. There's no real cool way for me to show all of the bikes in one photo right now, but one of the things you might notice about the bikes is that they all have a different purpose. My fixed gear for the commutes that I want to do and exercise at the same time. The e-bike is really to pick up the kids, or if I need to commute somewhere and still not sweat like I'm sweating right now. And the Surly Midnight Special is for really off-road stuff, base training, zone 2 training. And then the Canyon Inflite is really my race machine. I think if you're gonna get a whole bunch of bikes, you may as well get a bunch of bikes that do different things. Then again, you can argue that I could probably have 10 bikes and make an argument for having 10 different kinds of bikes. My dad teases me that I'm gonna just keep getting bikes. He might be right. No Boring Days, please subscribe.